Welcome to Portugal. Here we are. We've had a very good practice session, a 6th and a 9th place in practice, which is the best we've done by an absolute country mile. Is it false hope heading into qualifying? Probably, but at least there's some optimism going into qualifying. We had the new engine come through, that has gone into Mick Schumacher's car. There is every chance we're going to have to repair some of the parts in his car, but I want to see how fast we are with these parts, so I'm kind of almost sacrificing him whilst kind of hoping that they do last. We found some half decent setups. Glock's was a bit difficult to work out, but with Mick Schumacher he's got a very good setup and one that I'm sure can hopefully bring a decent performance out of him. So let's get into qualifying. So here comes Glock, he's gone out first today to start his lap time. Hopefully it'll be a good lap time. Well, of course he's purple until someone else goes past. Well, there we go, 7/10 down after sector 1. So practice was a complete mirage, shall we say. 1.3 down after sector 2. And as he crosses the line, where will he end up behind Hamilton? He ends up 2.1 seconds, which isn't actually too bad considering we were like 3 seconds behind. So here comes Mick. Can he put in a better lap time and compete closer to Raikkonen? Fingers crossed. Look at that sector 1, how far off is he? He's 7/10 down, just like Glock. He's just a little bit quicker than Glock in that sector. 1.2 down, yeah, he's not going to compete with Raikkonen, but he might be under 2 seconds if he's quick enough here for this last section. No, he's not. 2.1. He's actually had a shocking last sector and has gone slower than Timo Glock. So a bit of rain right at the end of qualifying meant Glock and Schumacher didn't head back out. Unfortunately, it does mean we finish 19th and 20th yet again, a second, just over a second off the pace of getting out of Q1. I was a bit hopeful after I saw practice, a lot less hopeful now. I said to race day, and let's find out who's got pole. Right, so for the Portuguese Grand Prix it is Lewis Hamilton on pole, Max Verstappen in second place, Valtteri Bottas is third, Daniel Ricciardo is fourth, Pierre Gasly is in 5th place, Sergio Perez is in 6th, Sebastian Vettel starts 7th alongside Carlos Sainz in 8th. Lance Stroll is on the 5th row of the grid alongside Lando Norris. Yuki Tsunoda starts 11th and Charles Leclerc starts 12th. Fernando Alonso starts 13th with Esteban Ocon 14th. Nicholas Latifi starts 15th alongside his teammate George Russell in 16th. Giovinazzi is 17th, Kimi Raikkonen 18th. Timo Glock starts 19th and Mick Schumacher starts 20th. At the moment it's dry, it's about to start raining. Everyone's on inters. Can we have a decent start please? As we get away off the line, the answer to that is no. We're not looking like we're going to compete with anybody off the line. We have, no, it's 19th and 20th, but the rain has immediately now started to hit. And the question is, can we keep up with everybody? Now, how long is this rain going to last? Because if it's not long, then we could probably go a bit more aggressive. Our Tyson Glock has indeed made a move on Antonio Giovinazzi, who will look to make that move back now himself. And he can't at the moment. He is all over the back of Timo Glock though. As we end the first lap, Glock is in 18th. Watch, we've just used Timo Glock's ERS, which you'd have seen without my commentary because I was in a world of my own, and it's managed to get him up to 13th place. And Mick Schumacher also used his, and he's up into 17th place as things stand. We are waiting on when the wet weather goes to then obviously make that pit. But at the moment, 13th and 18th, 19th, Schumacher's just dropped a place. So we got to lap 7, Timo Glock's still in 13th and Mick Schumacher's in 18th. I've now put them on to conserve their tyres in the hope that maybe we could make these inters last to the end of the rain, because I expect these other drivers to have to pit. And if they have to pit, then it suits us to wait, because we basically gain a whole pit stop on them then. But the risk is at the moment, one, they might not, still might not anyway, but obviously these cars are going to be quicker than us. And it is, I think it's Alonso or Ocon on the back of Glock, and he will try and get past, and he probably will down. No, he won't. Fingers crossed Glock can hold on and his tyres last. Right, so we are on lap 11 and we are going to pick Glock this lap, and he's going to be going on to soft tyres, and the strategy from here is probably going to be soft to medium. If we can't make that last, then it will be soft to hard. We have the choice. It is only going to be one more stop after this one. Timo Glock will be in first. Mick Schumacher, will he wait a lap? I'm probably going to have to. But then Mick Schumacher will be on the exact same strategy as Glock. In fact, we are going to pit Mick on the same lap. He will have to wait a little bit. That's just something we're going to have to accept, I'm afraid. And now with faster tyres, what can we do? That's the main question here. We've got faster tyres on the car. Is it going to be as dramatic as we would hope? No. No, it's not. Timo Glock is in 19th. Oh no, he's not. He's in 17th. Mick Schumacher is in 20th. So with all the pit stops done, Timo Glock is in 17th place. Mick Schumacher is last in 20th place. Timo Glock's certainly putting in a bit of a show at the moment. He is having to conserve his tyres. We're not doing that with Mick, because with Mick we're trying to hang on to the back of these cars as well as get him to pit first as well. So we are pitting Mick this lap. He'll be going on to hard tyres till the end of the race, where he'll be able to be a bit more aggressive. We're going to hope that his engine holds out. Whether it will or not, we don't know. But Mick will be pitting this race. And Timo Glock will be pitting next lap after this one, and he'll be going on to those mediums. So as he goes around now, Raikkonen will be finding he has a bit more grip. Same with Tsunoda. Both of those will be finding they have more grip. But this lap is when we will bring in Glock. He'll go onto the medium tyre, and that will be him to the end of the race. Mick's just got to try and keep Yuki. Yuki's gone. I was about to say he's got to try and keep Yuki Tsunoda behind him, but Yuki Tsunoda has just gone. But in he comes. Got a quick stop. Mick's only just behind him. So he uses ERS to try and pull away. And let's see what happens once all the other teams have their next stop. So we are having to pit again, because my failure to look at the weather means I've pitted. I probably should have held out and maybe put them on soft tyres at the very least, because it's Inter's weather, baby. And both my boys will come in now, go into their Inters. And yeah, they both come out in 19th and 20th, 10 seconds off. It is my fault, to be fair. It's completely my fault, this whole race. It's gone wrong. I didn't look at the weather. I should have done. And yeah, we're not in a position where we're going to be benefiting from that, unfortunately. I'm surprised George Russell hasn't pitted yet. I'd have thought he'd have been in for a pit. Ah, he is pitting now. Ignore, it should last the last couple of laps. Turn his fuel down, because that won't last the last couple of laps. We'll just try and get this as close as we can, because, you know what, I've messed up a little bit here, and that is the brutal truth of it. The pace we've shown in the rain has actually been quite good. We've closed up on Antonio Giovinazzi insanely, but considering in terms of how we expect our car to perform, the gap in the end was closed down to around about 7 seconds, I believe, 8 seconds from what was 10, 11 seconds. behind, I think, at the start of the stint, if not more than that. Timo Glock showed some fair pace in that period. Mick Schumacher didn't really. All in all, had I made the right call, would we be 19th and 20th? Had I put us onto like some mediums or something, we probably would be a bit higher up, because you can take a whole pit stop off then. And if you take a whole pit stop off, which I think is around about 20 seconds, then I think you'd find we'd be a couple of places up, if not more. So it is a bit disappointing, to say the least. We'll just double check that. So I take 20 seconds off, that would be plus 61. We'd have finished 13th ish. He was 8 seconds behind, so 89 to 69. Would have seen him at about 17th, because obviously he'd gone control. So there we are, still winless. Still winless expectedly, but still pointless. Another 19th and 20th finish, which is my fault. The pace we had in the rain at the end there was simply incredible, to be honest with you. Really good to see, and it gives me hope. It gives me hope. It's going to be a long, long road still, but there's positives there. If we take out my mistakes, this car could prove to be something before the end of the season. It's South Africa up next, so I will see you guys there. If you are liking this series, please drop it a like. Give us a subscribe, because there is plenty of series popping off on this channel at the moment. We've got Forza Horizon 5 content, we've got Football Manager 2022 content, of course we've got Motorsport Manager content, and there's also going to be plenty more F1 2021 simulation content as well. Until the next vid though, I'll catch you guys later.